Getting the trench dug. My wife's out there on the excavator getting the trench dug for the wiring to the house here. Won't be long. So I didn't get much filming done yesterday. Well, didn't really get any. But we dug the trench and got the wires coming up out of the ground to the breaker box. And I got there's a floodlight up there on top of the building. We used this excavator. We gotta take it back this morning. And then we got the wire coming through the trench up here, and it's going to go through this wall and then up through the attic and down to the breaker box in the house. But this took quite a while. Yesterday took the majority of the day. My wife did most of the, well, she did all the digging and stuff with the trencher, and then I was taking care. I got some stuff done up in the attic of the building and everything yesterday, and helping out with this a little bit, especially when filling it back in, trying to get everything all taken care of. So so we wouldn't have big clumps of mud, so she could mow out here and all that good stuff. All that kind of stuff took some time, and then silicone in the hole we had to drill through there, and just a lot of little odds and end things we're doing and helping her get this filled back in. But it took longer than what I had hoped. I wasn't able to get a lot of stuff done yesterday, and especially because I had to go into town and get the last several things for the build. Had to get some more wire for inside, and I don't remember what all I had to get now, but that took a couple hours of the day to do that. And then by the time we got here, by the time I got back and got started on everything, it was so hot, and then trying to work up in the attic was just no fun at all. But anyway, that's where we're at today. Gonna connect the wire from the transformer to this wire we just laid. We're gonna connect it into the house, and then hopefully here today we'll have electricity out in the building, and we can get, be a lot easier to get stuff done. We'll have lights so we can work after it gets dark, and then we'll have electricity, so the air conditioner, so it's not so hot. That'd be nice. So this is the wire we got going inside the house, and we got to take it, that piece of paneling over there got to come out. That's where the wire's coming in to the house, so it's just gonna be a whole lot easier just to take that piece of plywood out, and then we can run it up between the rafters and up into the attic, and then follow it along the garage of the attic of the garage, and then the attic of the house. And this stuff here is no fun. I got no room up there in the rafters to try to deal with any of this stuff. I've been dreading this part. When I take this last piece of tape off, this is just going to be a unruly mess, and it's going to have a bunch of twist in it, and just not going to be fun. So I'm trying to get it done this morning before it gets too hot. So I got this wire stretched out, got all the twist out of it, so it's not having to deal with that up in the attic space. And one thing that sucks about this whole process is the cost. We checked on the price of the wire, that wire there through the house, and then the wire out here. We checked on that a few weeks ago, and we got the other materials when we were checking on the price of the wire. We waited on the wire because we wanted to get the building set in place, so we can know the exact measurements, because that wire is not cheap. And then in that week or two, from the time we checked on it to the time we picked it up, the price of that wire had went up another $100. Right now, with the way everything is, everything's costing so much, man, it's a bad time to try to build anything. So here's where we're at the beginning of day 6. My mess here on the floor. Just coming out to start. I got that wall done where the sewing table is going to be. Got the ceiling up here done. I got to put some molding up along where the boards join there, but I'll do that later. And got the ceiling fan up. Still got this paneling to put up, and of course all that room's all insulated, but still got to put all this melamine up. And this stuff, I'm way behind on where I thought I would be at this point, for a couple reasons. The wiring, it took longer than I thought. Even digging a trench to get over here, we had an excavator and stuff, but it was all clay and it took forever. And then trying to fill it back in with just big clumps of clay, and so that took pretty much a full day just to dig the trench and bury the wire and get that filled in. And then all the wiring, you know, drilling all the holes through the studs to go to the outlets and switches, and then wiring all the outlets and switches. That took longer than I thought. And this melamine, I got this track here. It goes between the boards over here, and this, man, that is such a time-consuming thing. I could sit there and measure where to cut out, like for example with this air conditioner, measure where to cut out the holes for the air conditioner and the outlet and all that kind of stuff, and it seems like it takes like 2 minutes to measure all that out, draw it out on a board, cut it out, and get the board ready to hang up here. But then trying to get those plastic strips in between this board and the new board, that seems like it takes 27 minutes just to do that. It's just super aggravating and time consuming. It's just eating time bad. You know, I knew there were going to be some issues. I mean, nothing ever works perfect. Nothing. The plan, you know, you can have the best plan in the world, but it doesn't always work out great for you. But the air conditioner is working great in here. And that's another thing. Those first few days we had no electricity here, and the temperature's been up in the 90s with the heat index over 100, and that's really slowed us down too, because you know, we'll start out in the morning going good, and then by 1 o'clock, man, me and my wife and we're just slowing way down, you know, 1, 2, 3 when it's really hot. And well, we've been coming out here about 6 o'clock in the morning and working until 7 or 8 at night these last 5 days, and it's just so time consuming, man. So time consuming. And so I'm hoping if I can at least get this done down to where that gray wall is and get that paneling up there, I might go ahead and put the flooring down. And because if I get the flooring down, then I can start building that custom table for the sewing machines. I still got to block up the attics too. But the only issue, and the only reason I say I might, if I get the walling done to here, go ahead and put the flooring down, is I was hoping to get all the panels done on the inside before I did the flooring, because we're storing all the panels down there on the floor in that room. And if we go to do the flooring, then we're gonna have to move all that stuff, take all the stuff out, put the flooring in, put it all back. I'd rather use it all up and then have a clean floor to work with. But I don't know, I'm just getting to that point where I just want to see some dang progress. You know, I want to start working at the table. The table was the most exciting thing for me, having that custom table the way I want it and everything. That was the most exciting thing about this whole progress. And I just want to see the table, you know, I just want to build it and have it there, you know. But oh well. So that's it. We're starting day 6. Like I said, way behind. I'd say at least 2 days behind where I wanted to be at this point. But don't know. We got air conditioner now, and that ceiling fan is really making a difference. It was staying kind of warm up in the attic spaces even with the air conditioning, but now with that ceiling fan, it's just as cool up in the attic as it is down here. So maybe we can make some progress today and tomorrow. And that's another thing, I'm only home on the weekends, so trying to, you know, you really get starting to make progress, and you got to just stop and then wait 5 days and then start again. You know, it interrupts the whole flow of things, and this slows down everything. You know, when you stop on Sunday evening and say I will get started on it tomorrow, well, my tomorrow is 5 days later. So I don't know. We're working on it. We'll get it done. Well, I forgot to mention, my dad came out and put a boat deadlock on here. He's got the jig that, you know, so you can get the hole drilled right the first time and everything, and drill the jig for the hole here in the frame for the boat to go through. Came out and did that and helped us with a few other things. Actually getting the wiring done. He sat there and wired the main breaker box, the sub panel here in the building. But that, a few other little things I forgot to mention. So this is day 7. Got the floor just kind of rough cut in here. Got all the walls in the main room are done, and the flooring we used for this is this stuff. This particular stuff doesn't need to be glued down or anything. We put this in our house. It's not the same pattern, but same type of stuff. Put it in our house about 11-12 years ago, and it's still working good. It's not trying to lift up or anything. Yesterday, day 6, we ended up being about a half a day. We had some other stuff we had to do, and so we didn't get a full day in. But we did get this room fixed, and got this floor. We just did a rough cut. I took it outside. I cut it a little bit long on purpose, just to give a little extra room. And then now this morning, first thing I'm gonna do is kind of do the trimming, get it nice and neat, laying flat, and then start on the table. Something I've been looking forward to. And you can see the kind of the gray of the blinds and stuff kind of match the carpet or the floor. And ceiling fan, you can't see it because it's moving right now, but the blades kind of have a gray tint to it. But man, I really like this floor. I don't know why I'm getting the loopers in the video. I don't know. But yeah, I really like this floor. It's looking good. We're gonna smooth it all out, make sure there's no, you know, bumps in it. Make sure it's all leveled out good, and then get this done. Get this sewing table done, and we should be able to start moving in the sewing machines and all that kind of stuff. We're holding off on this back room for right now because we're thinking about adding a window right there, so I could see out to the house, or if anybody pulls in the driveway or whatever, I'll be able to see out there instead of having to go outside. So we're kind of stopping on that for now, and we're going to go ahead and get the sewing table built, and then this gray table here will sit over here, and we're going to kind of finish up this, and then get it ready. So if I needed to, July 1st is coming quick. That's kind of my goal, to get this ready. If I don't get that finished, I at least want to get this done so I can start doing work. But man, I do like this floor. And there's those louvers again. I don't know why them lines are showing up. Anyway, that's it. Looks pretty nice. So this is the kind of table I was working with as a sewing table for the past 3 years. A table just like this, same size and everything. We had 2 machines on it. Now, because of the legs being inset, and to get my chair underneath there, I had to have my machine from like right here to right here, and then my wife, you know, had her machine about right here to here, so I just had that little workspace in between. And dealing with 11-foot hammocks and 12-foot tarps and stuff like that, it's not very easy. But now this is our new table. We're in the process of building. These are just temporary supports. My wife has a wood lathe and she's going to turn some legs to put under here. But I'm going to use this same melamine for the surface of the table, so it'd be a nice smooth surface. And of course cut another piece like that for that corner, and then cut a piece there in the center. And then I'll do the same thing with the melamine, so the only seams in the melamine will be right here and there. And my sewing machine now is going to be here in the corner right here, and then I'll have this whole surface area to lay the hammock or whatever I happen to work on if it's big, and you know, as I'm feeding it through the machine. And then we'll have a couple more machines down through here, but it's going to be, that is going to be a whole lot better than that. So this is the table right now. It has all that stuff on there because I'm gluing it, and gluing this melamine on the plywood, and I just need some weight on it to hold it down. My wife is right now on our wood lathe turning some legs for there, and what we did for the other legs is we got these, they're angled to the back wall and everything. The thing's pretty sturdy with just those two legs, and then a leg here on each corner. Works out pretty good. So that's going to be it today. I got to finish out that piece, put that on, and then this is also going to have this melamine is going to be on this front face of the board here too, those 2x4s and everything, so all that'll be hidden, plus we don't have to worry about the fabric catching on any splinters or anything like that. So but that's all I'm going to get done today, and got to go back out on the road till next Friday or Saturday, and I don't know what the next project will be exactly. I think I'm going to start moving some of the sewing machines and stuff in here, and some of the other stuff. Still got that back room to finish up, but I might start getting some of the stuff situated on here. That's going to be a whole day just getting everything moved in here.